When Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babel, came to Jerusalem, and Jehoiachin came out to him, he took him captive and many from Jerusalem, and he made Mattaniah, Jehoiachin's father's brother, king instead of Jehoiachin, and changed Mattaniah's name to Thidkiyahu. Thidkiyahu was 21 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Hamital, the daughter of Jeremiah of Libnah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh, according to all that Jehoiakim had done. For through the anger of Yahweh did it become in Jerusalem and Yehudah, until he had cast them out from his presence. And Thidkiyahu rebelled against the king of Babel. Of the books called Kings, the 2nd, chapter 25. And it was in the 9th year of his reign, in the 10th month, in the 10th day of the month, that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babel, came, he and all his army, against Jerusalem, and encamped against it, and they built forts against it round about. So the city was besieged to the 11th year of King Thidkiyahu. On the 9th day of the 4th month, the famine became mighty in the city, so that there was not bread for the people of the land. Then a breach was made in the city, and all the men of war fled by night by the way of the gate between the two walls, which was by the king's garden. Now the Kasdim were against the city round about, and the king went by the way of the Arabah. But the army of the Kasdim pursued after the king, and overtook him in the plains of Jericho, and all his army was scattered from him. Then they took the king, and carried him up to the king of Babel, to Riblah, and they gave judgment upon him. And they slew the sons of Thidkiyahu before his eyes, and blinded the eyes of Thidkiyahu, and bound him in fetters, and carried him to Babel. Now in the 5th month, on the 7th day of the month, which was the 19th year of King Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babel, came Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, a servant of the king of Babel, to Jerusalem. And he burnt the house of Yahweh, and the king's house, and all the houses of Jerusalem, even every great house, burnt he with fire. And all the army of the Kasdim that were with the captain of the guard broke down the walls of Jerusalem round about. And the residue of the people that were left in the city, and those that fell away, that fell to the king of Babel, and the residue of the multitude, did Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carry away captive. But the captain of the guard left of the poorest of the land to be vine dressers and land workers, and the pillars of copper that were in the house of Yahweh, and the bases, and the copper washpool that were in the house of Yahweh, did the Kasdim break in pieces, and carried the copper of them to Babel. And the pots, and the shovels, and the snuffers, and the spoons, and all the vessels of copper wherewith they served, took they away. and the firepans and the basins, that which was of gold in gold, and that which was of silver in silver, the captain of the guard took away. The 2 pillars, the 1 washpool, and the bases, which Shalomor had made for the house of Yahweh. The copper of all these vessels was without weight. The height of the 1 pillar was 18 cubits, and the capital of copper was upon it, and the height of the capital was 3 cubits, with network and pomegranates upon the capital round about, all of copper. And like these had the 2nd pillar with network. And the captain of the guard took Sharayah the high priest, and Thoponiyahu the 2nd priest, and the 3 keepers of the threshold, and out of the city he took an officer that was set over the men of war, and 5 men of them that saw the king's face, who were found in the city, and the scribe, the captain of the host, who mustered the people of the land, and 60 men of the people of the land that were found in the city. And Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, took them and brought them to the king of Babel, to Riblah. And the king of Babel smote them, and put them to death at Riblah in the land of Hamath. So Yehudah was carried away captive out of his land. And as for the people that were left in the land of Yehudah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babel, had left, even over them he made Godoliahu, the son of Achikam, the son of Shaphan, governor. Now when all the captains of the forces, they and their men, heard that the king of Babel had made Godoliahu governor, they came to Godoliahu to Mathepah, even Yishmael, the son of Nathaniah, and Yohanan, the son of Qareh, and Sharayah, the son of Tanhumeth, the Netophathi, and Yehzoniyahu, the son of the Ma'akathi, they and their men. And Godoliahu swore an oath to them and to their men, and said to them, Fear not because of the servants of the Kashdim. Dwell in the land, and serve the king of Babel, and it shall be well with you. But it was in the 7th month that Yishmael, the son of Nathaniah, the son of Elishama, of the seed royal, came, and 10 men with him, and smote Godoliahu, so that he died, and the Yehudim and the Kashadim that were with him at Mathepah. And all the people, both small and great, and the captains of the forces, arose and came to Mitzrayim, for they were afraid of the Kashdim. And it was in the 37th year of the captivity of Jehoiachin, king of Yehudah, in the 12th month, on the 27th day of the month, that Hawil Marodak, king of Babel, in the year that he began to reign, did lift up the head of Jehoiachin, king of Yehudah, out of prison. And he spoke kindly to him, and set his throne above the throne of the kings that were with him in Babel, and changed his prison garments. And Jehoiachin did eat bread before him continually all the days of his life. And for his allowance there was a continual allowance given him of the king, every day a portion, all the days of his life.